Story time about the time that I got stopped by the police. So it was many years ago, and my partner, now husband, was very into motorbikes. He still is. And in fact, I know how to ride a motorbike. My first bike was a Ducati 996, but that is another story. So I was pillion passenger at the time. I was on the back of the bike, and we were traveling through North London, and we were going over an overpass, and my partner had lots of superbikes, very much into fast, very noisy superbikes. And as we came over the flyover, he accelerated. We certainly weren't breaking any laws that I know of and not doing anything unsafe. However, the bike itself, very, very noisy. So as we come down off the flyover, there is a police car. And typically the police, gestured him and us over and told us to get off the bike. So I had just bought a new set of leathers, and I had bought these beautiful black leathers, and I think I'd bought them in Camden at the time. And it was very cold outside, so I had my leathers on, all about safety and protection. So we get off the bike, and we're stood next to the bike, and this policeman turns to me and looks me up and down, and then he turns to Ben and addresses Ben and says, "Excuse me, sir, but could you please tell your pillion passenger that her flies are undone?" So I look down to discover that my flies, my zipper of my trousers, were indeed undone. Now, this wouldn't normally be a problem because I'm normally wearing a pair of leggings underneath, etc., etc. But it was pretty chilly that day, and I had selected a pair of bright pink fluorescent leggings at the time because no one was going to see them underneath my black leathers. I realised with somewhat abject horror that my groin area is now fully on display in the sense of the bright pink leggings and for the world to see. So I'm sort of shocked, flustered, oh my gosh. So I try to do them up and then realise that my flies have broken. There ain't no way that these flies are getting done up. So at this point, I start hysterically laughing, holding my hands on my crotch area because, all the cars driving past must have thought I was naked at this point. And I was laughing so much, and then Ben was laughing, and then I was literally on the floor laughing, and I couldn't stop laughing. And these two policemen are trying to be, super serious, super stern, we've just pulled you over for making a loud noise or whatever their justification. And there was me absolutely laughing myself to death on the floor. And I stood up and I said, "I'm so sorry, officer, but I can't do my flies up because they're broken." And he just didn't know what to do. I don't think he had a lot of sense of humour. Sense of humour had not been given to him at birth. There was no humour in this man. So I then stood as Ben was told off for, loud noise and bike and checked all our insurance with my hands on my crotch whilst hundreds of cars drove past. So yes, this is my story about how I got stopped by the police and indeed managed to flash most of North London with my bright luminous crotch.